me with it.
All right. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Unique Perspectives Love Talk Podcast. I'm your host, Charles Dixon, and I'm here with my co-host, Mr. Adam Ford. How are you, sir?
What's up, fam? Happy Friday, everybody. Doing good. We made it to the weekend. How about that? Weather's starting to break, starting to get a little warm outside, even though we got some storms coming through this evening. But otherwise, God has been good.
Coming through there?
Yeah, we got some storms coming through this evening. We got some storms.
Wow.
It's been actually kind of like this all week long, where we had some storms in the evening because the temperature gets a little high. I think we hit like 81 earlier this week, and we had some storms in the evening time. And so we got some storms coming through this evening, and I think we got a little rain coming through on tomorrow. It's supposed to be cooler this weekend, like around in the 50s, 60s, or something like that. But otherwise, we good. Glad the weather's breaking. Glad we finally get some nice warm weather. Woo-hoo.
That's what's up, man.
Ready to get outside.
All else is good.
Yeah. Everything else is good. Otherwise, how about you? How was your week?
Oh man,
how you been?
Everything's good on my side.
Yeah.
Complain. Work has been work, but
man, work is always work. For sure.
Method to the madness, right?
Yeah. Work is always work.
So it's a couple of different things. So today, in a big thing going around, and I briefly mentioned it to you, is apparently, and I have to say, if y'all know more of the details, feel free to drop it on in. But what's happening, Adam, is there was an African American woman was dating kind of like a rich white guy, right? And or I don't know the extent of their relationship, but make a long story short, she's out of the country, they're together somewhere off site, and ends up she's dead, right? And so now it's like a whole lot of, there's a whole lot of stories and narratives being spun, right? But people are, of course, we all get back to that whole thing about, oh, y'all need to stop taking these men just because of money, you know what I mean? And saying because what comes with the money is the control and all this kind of stuff. So that's, either way, at the end of the day, it's unfortunate. However they spend it, it's still sad that someone's life had to be, be lost.
Definitely.
For whatever reason. So yeah.
It's unfortunate. Anybody's life loss is a tragedy as far as I'm concerned. That's Are they investigating? Are they treating it as suspicious, or are they just kind of like?
Yeah, I think what's happening now is something I saw earlier. I was just watching it earlier. Is they basically are saying they are now trying to somewhat investigate the guy.
Oh, okay.
They're investigating the guy because I think he was. I think it was a thing where it was making it seem like, oh, she did this on her own. Nobody told her to do. She did this.
Right.
Excuse me. And so now it's becoming a big thing.
Okay.
So
okay. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Marlena's chimed in. She said it was her birthday trip. He proposed, and now she's no longer here, which is that's just crazy.
So, I didn't know all the details, but
that is crazy, yo. That is absolutely crazy, man.
But I will say this, and it's like we do live in a time, Adam, where it seems like, if you can, however you can present it to get it, it's encouraged to get it, right?
Wow.
But we have to understand there is a cost to everything, right? And I'm not saying that, if every rich man somebody gets, your life is in danger. But my point is, in some cases, we have to stop being under the assumption that the lottery of life is free. Right? It's a cover charge, right?
Okay.
And
Okay.
it all depends on what that charge with that particular person could be
All
at
right.
times.
All right.
And
Okay.
sometimes the bottom line when it comes to somebody, whether it's a man or a woman, somebody who
Mhm.
has the means to do it all, give it all, whatever you say, you can have it. People generally just don't do that for good measure.
Mm.
They do it because it works for them and the things that they want from you.
Okay.
Right. It's if I can do these things to put you in the mindset to sort of be loyally indebted to me the way I
Mhm.
want you to during
Mhm.
the time I'm dealing with you, this is
Mhm.
what I'm going to do. And some people, when you, whatever the case is, whether they may think, oh, this person was talking crazy to me. Who do you think I am? Who's paying your bills? Who's doing this? You know how
Right.
people
Right.
will
Right.
throw
Right.
things back in your face that they've done for you. And so
Yeah.
some people, they're gonna be all rap tight. You say some things to some people and that control thing comes to mind and they lose it.
Right.
So it's really unfortunate, but it's just like, man.
Yeah, man. That's just really unfortunate,
Yeah.
man. That's just you hate to hear stuff like that, and that's why I think it's important again for us, for those of us who are involved in relationships, that we don't, not unless we completely. And she probably did trust him entirely, but there had to been some type of flag, some type of
Something to come
indication,
out.
some intuition, something that should have triggered an alarm that makes you go, let me think
I don't know
about
if I
this
should go all the
again.
way in with this person.
Yeah.
No,
And I
that's
think
true.
sometimes we have a tendency we override what our senses are telling us because we want what we want. And it's, and then sometimes when we do that, we, like you said, we pay the price for that, and I think it's important that we, as people learn how to pay attention, learn how to, be alert in terms of who we're dealing with and really try to get as much of an understanding of who they are so that we can make better decisions as to how we deal with them, so we don't put ourselves in needless situations that we don't need to be in, just
some peril situations, that's for
yeah,
sure.
man, craziness. That's crazy.
So in other news, we got an incoming inbox question.
Okay. Yeah.
And I thought this was pretty interesting, but
Okay.
I'll sum up the gist of it.
Mhm.
From what I understand, this is a woman who submitted this.
Okay.
She's basically saying, what are you guys' thoughts of this? She was in a relationship for 3 years, a committed relationship for 3 years.
Okay.
And her and the guy met on a dating site.
Okay.
So they both met there. They go on their way. People typically, go through the texts and let's meet, let's call, all that. But when they progress to the point of you and I are going to be an item, they decided to be an item and go about their business.
Okay.
Fast forward 3 years later, when and there wasn't any details as to whether the relationship was perfect or not. But 3 years later, the guy finds out the woman still has her account.
Oh, wait a minute. So she had the thing up. She had the website, her dating website page up for 3 years, and he just now found out.
No, she still had the page.
Oh, she still had the page up.
Still had the page, and so the question is, Adam, like basically, the lady is saying, yes, I had the page, but I was not active, and I was not meeting people on the site. Now, before we open this up, ladies, men, whoever listening, please chime in because she submitted the question because she wanted the feedback. So the point I'm making, Adam, is this. To me, okay? Because this one was like a slice the risk one. But anyway, so to me, I feel like we all are grown, right? So if you meet on a site, it should automatically, this is the part of online dating is not for the faint of heart.
Okay.
When you're online dating, you just need to assume your person is the person that you're interested in, rather, is chatting it up with a lot of people.
Okay.
Initially, They're
All right.
chatting it up with this one, that one. Oh,
Yeah.
where you at? You in Peru? You in where? All over the world, they chatting it up, right? All of that.
Right. Yeah.
And so then, things progress. If it's local or heck, if it's even out of the country, people decide they want to meet.
Right.
They meet. If it works to the point to say, I like this and this is going to progress and move forward, great. You move forward. And if you decide it's what you like to the point that you don't want to risk sharing, you say, let's just go ahead and be, let's be exclusive and move this on.
Yeah.
The unspoken law of online dating that's not documented, that should be, is when you make the connection, let's leave the island.
Right.
We don't need to stay on Temptation Island if we've already made a connection, right? From my perspective. Yeah. And so if we've made the connection, that's where we met. Okay, thank God we met over there. I was fortunate enough to find you there.
Right.
But we're not going to reside there.
Right.
We met there. Let's go on. To me, when I think of someone, it's kind of hard to wrap your head around it. But if you're leaving the page open, that tells me you're not quite convinced. And if you're not quite convinced, you should not be committed. Commitment is for the convinced, not the optional.
Right.
Because what that means is I want to be committed, but I need to see more to make me comfortable. That's the mindset you make before saying I want to be exclusive.
Okay.
You don't say I want to be exclusive, but then still teeter in the realm of the options. You understand what I'm saying? By keeping your options open or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to hear what the women got to think about it. But to anybody who's just tapping in, what we're just simply saying is female met male on dating site 3 years ago. They later became an item. Fast forward 3 years later, man somehow discovers you still on the dating site.
Right.
I'm off, but you're on. Lady says, but I have not even been active. If you go to my page, she says, you're not going to see no activity. But see, here's my question to the ladies. Has the man seen the page? This is just you talking. If you ain't seen no emails from the dating page, those dating sites will email you when you get notifications and all that kind of stuff. So how is the man to believe that the woman is not?
Right.
So
that it's funny. I was trying to think of an analogy for the situation. So it's like this. It's like I walk into my house, I pull into my garage, but I don't close the garage door. I walk into my house, I leave the door open. As a matter of fact, I go to the front door and I open up that door because that's what I'm doing. I'm giving accessibility to everything in my house, including me. So here's the issue. The issue is, Charles, this, that you are committed, but you have a contingency. That's the only reason why I think you would still have your webpage up, right? I'll even give you a real personal example from my own personal life. Okay. When me and Maria decided that we were going to be exclusive, we were going to be with each other, we made the decision, listen, let's exchange phone numbers. We're going to have each other's phone number. We're going to text each other. And we are going to deactivate our dating website.
So y'all say that together.
We said it together. It was a conversation. Yeah. We decided, and for those of us who don't know, me and Maria, we met on the dating site.
Okay.
And so when we found each other and we realized we were clicking with one another, he was like, hey, you know what? I ain't thinking about nobody else. I'm not the kind of person that, does a lot of shopping around or whatever like that. I like you, you like me. Let's deactivate our page so we can focus on developing whatever this is, right? And that's what we did because we wanted to be exclusive to one another. We wanted to give each other an opportunity to be in a relationship to see whether or not it will grow and see where it would actually go. Okay. So for me, if I'm with a person and they still have their contingency up, they are still accessible to other people because their doors are still open, then that calls into question the validity of our relationship. Because if you're actually in relationship and in commitment with me, it means all other doors are closed, which means nobody else has access to you but me. But if your doors are still open and if your page is still up, that means other people still have access to you. Now, you might not necessarily be active on the page. Okay, fine, whatever. But that means other people have access to you. And what's to say, perchance some random person calls you or checks you or chats you up, and you go, now you've been intrigued. Now you've been your attention
nice profile comes by.
Right. Exactly. You're like, so now it's putting your current situation and relationship in a very perilous situation, right? Because now somebody still has their door open. Somebody is giving access to someone else. Wow. Now, again, she may not necessarily intend for that to happen, but you can't be unintentional with this. You have to be intentional with what you're doing so that the other person in the relationship with you understands, hey, you know what? It's just you and me. I'm not going to give any more attention to anybody else. Only you have access to me.
Yeah. Wow.
So
that's a good point. And Miss Bond asked the question. She said, how did he know her page was still up? From what I understand, because the lady gave a little bit of narrative outside of her main question. Basically, the guy asked her. I think they were having conversations, and something about what she was talking about when he asked her. He asked her, "So do you still be on his site or something?" It kind of started there, and she was honest with him and said that she still has her profile, but she's not active. And that's what's kicked it all off.
But why would you still have your profile? That's still leaving something open and out there. Why would you do that? As a dude, if I found out my girl still had her page up, come on, let's be real with this. If your dude, your girlfriend, whoever, still had their page up, you're gonna be feeling some kind of way. Let's be real about this. Let's not act like this is not something that's gonna you're gonna be cool with it. No, not unless you in one of those polyamorous open foolishness.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Listen. We're supposed to be with each other. You still got your page up. It's making me wonder. So what you been doing when I ain't been around? Let's talk for real.
Wow.
Who you been talking to since I ain't been around?
You're right. It opens up everything.
Whether or not you're doing anything at all. You might not be doing squat, but for the simple fact that you still have your page up, I'm left to think. And as humans, y'all know, we like to fill in the gap. We don't like nothing that ain't filled in. Our imagination's going to work overtime. Wow. Who she talking to now? What time is it? Where's she at? How come she running late?
Oh, it shifts the whole narrative.
It does.
It upheaves everything, and it makes you say, "Wait, so you mean to say all this time in these 3 years, I thought we had left the island,
right?
But in fact, we haven't."
Yeah,
that'll mess you up for a minute. You know what I mean?
And again, I want to reiterate: she trying to be committed, but she got a contingency plan. In the back pocket, just in case. And again, I don't know what her intentions were, but her unintentionality has created a situation that she didn't need to be in the first place. Pull it down. If it's not active and if you're not on it, pull it down. You ain't losing nothing in the process. You got me talking all high?
Yeah. Look, you get your feelings on this one.
Why I'm getting my feelings?
So here is something, Adam, that we need to understand.
Oh my God.
And I'm gonna say this to the people all the way into the back, Adam.
Oh, say it to
about this online thing.
Yeah.
We have to understand, and this is the bare bones way of looking. I'm not saying it's not the entirety, because yes, we know people who have met and have been in good relationships or even gotten married, right? But for the greater masses of it, online dating sites, it's like you're paying for a dating / sex subscription.
Yeah.
Because truth be told, You go on there, you dating every you go on there and you start dating. I mean, talking to the one that you're interested in. Then you're exchanging numbers. Now you have moved from the site to your phone,
right?
And you texting on there, but you still on the site. And then here's the question: you might have met somebody on there, and you feel like you got a little thing, and they say, "Well, let's exchange numbers." As soon as you exchange numbers, now the person is like, "I still see Adam's light on." He and I talked for an hour. So he's back online.
He's back online again. Yeah.
So because people have to understand that's what they check into this site because they're meeting these people and people are going for dates, and then people are going, they know it's sex there.
Right.
Come on, let's just be you people
that real.
Forget about a husband or wife. People know satisfaction or activity is there.
Wow.
I can go on there and meet nice looking woman or nice looking man, connect with them. And if I decide to give my body, I can, because it's a subscription I'm paying for. And I have all of these options to play with.
Wow.
So the thing about leaving yourself open, it's almost like saying I'm in this house on the corner with the gated white picket fence, but upstairs in my bedroom, the window is up. And I can listen to the noise on the playground. And if I hear what I like, one day I can just say, I'll be back, honey. Where you going? Just go water some plants and go out to the yard a little bit. And you going out there. And see, and here's the thing about being open, leaving the garage open.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you get into spats with your person inside the house, you may just say, look, I'll be back. I'm just going to the study. I needed just a moment.
Wow.
But when the garage door is open, Adam, you can venture out the door.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
If you're leaving the door open, when people come and are tempting you, or like you said, one day you may see that unbeknownst person come by and say, who? La Fonte from France. You know, I'm just making an example, and here come, now you're intrigued.
Yeah.
And you giving little comments back and forth. And next thing you know, you talking to somebody else.
Right. So listen, it's like this, and I'm just going to take it from a very practical point.
Yeah.
I don't leave my doors unlocked for nothing. And my wife will tell you, I don't like unlocked doors. I grew up, listen, y'all, and y'all, most of y'all know, I grew up in the hood, Southeast Washington, D.C., Stanton Road. You do not leave your doors unlocked.
Open. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You do not leave your doors open.
Yeah.
You do not leave your garage up. Why? Because somebody's may think it's an opportunity to acquire something.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't leave my doors unlocked. I lock all my doors to make sure nobody has access to my house and anything or anyone in my house.
Yeah.
So my question is this: are we just walking into relationships, leaving the doors open for anybody else to walk into? Is that the kind of energy we got today? That's what we're doing in 2026. You walking in relationships, leaving doors open just in case. Just in case you don't do what I want you to do. Just in case you don't do what I want you to do. Just in case you.
That's
you
really
get on
what
my
it comes
nerves.
down to. Yeah.
Come on.
But here's the thing.
Lock the doors.
What's wrong? Okay, if that's your mindset,
yeah,
we are all people. If you got a job, you got a little bit of something in your pocket, you can just go back onto the same site again. Open it up. But why do you have to keep it open?
Keep it open. Right.
You can, if you want to close it and say we being exclusive, okay. But if the relationship is over, go do what you need to do. Open it back up or whatever. But keeping it open says so much more. And it says, I want the cake, but I want to be able to eat off of it too. I want a little bit of both of best. You know, if I'm not married, or if nothing hasn't happened yet, then I'm considering some people. That's a whole nother story. Some people feel like, we exclusive, but what I want to happen has not happened yet. So I'm keeping my thing open. That's for real. And so people, that's tough talk right there. But
it is, man. That's crazy.
But here's the thing: you're not going to really know what you are working with to even advance to the next level if you're not locked in. You only find out what you really want to find out when you locked in. If you are when you're not locked in, I don't care what nobody says. When you leave doors open, there's a great degree of nonchalance because you know that door swings both ways real quick. So you're not really tripping. You like, oh, I like you, but all these other things. Yeah. But when you're locked in, your focus is different.
Yeah.
And everything. Yeah.
So I'm gonna say this last thing, and we're gonna try our best to move on. Yeah. So the reason why you lock your doors is for two reasons, right? Or more than two reasons, but the two primary reasons. It's for safety and security. Safety and security. When I lock my doors, I feel safe. When I lock my doors, I'm secure. Because I'm not allowing any old body to come through into the place where I'm occupying. It's a safety thing. It's a security thing. So my question is this: when we're in these relationships, is it a safe relationship? Is it a secure relationship? Or are we just allowing any old body to come in and out of the relationships that we're in? Because I guarantee you that's going to make the other person, again, feel some kind of way. And I can't even imagine what old bro must be feeling like. Yeah. You done told me that you done left the page up, but you're not on it, but you left the page up.
Right.
What the heck are we doing?
More confusion. It makes it more confusing. Yeah.
Why are we doing this? If you want to have a relationship, if you want to be in a relationship, let's be in a relationship. Let's not have all these other distractions and diversions in our way. Let's focus on what we need to focus on. Let's focus on us. But Charles, if we're not going to do this, then let me go about my business and find somebody who actually will. That's all I'm saying. Because this coming in and out, this accessibility that you're giving everybody, and I'm at the expense of this. I'm not with that. I ain't with that. I ain't with no, not the kid. Nope. Nope.
Yeah, that's a deep one because it's like, like I said, I just feel like, okay, if you come to the dating pool site, fine. We all know why we go there to look and shop. Yeah. But like you said, if you've made your purchase at the store and both of y'all walk out the store together, then why are you still asking the clerk, what time y'all close? Open on Sundays too? Okay, I'll be back. Why are you doing that? If you left the store, leave the store, right? What are we going back in there for? So
man. Yeah.
That's tough.
That's
man.
Crazy, yo. That is crazy. That's crazy.
So here's let's flip this out. We're gonna time ourselves and we're gonna try to hold to it.
Okay.
Right now we have 32 minutes to get this into this show and move it on.
Okay.
You got the thing up?
Y'all heard what he said, right? Y'all heard what he said, right? Y'all know he like to talk.
Try to be in excellence. Do you have it up or no?
I have it up.
Okay, go ahead.
Try to be in excellence.
Yeah,
okay, here we go.
Go ahead.
All right, here we go. What is this? Group chat. When the group chat circle knows your dating history better than you do, is it still your love life or is it now a team sport? When the group chat runs your life, friends, effort, and situationships dives into the messy middle ground where your screenshots and opinions of your inner circle all collide. No one's excluded, as we're talking everyone from the boo your friends refuse to accept to the fun guy or baddie the group encourages you to date with, the situationships that's been in existence forever, and of course, the quiet embarrassment of doing the most for someone the group chat has already voted off the island behind your back. I didn't know they did all that. Yeah. In this week's episode of Unique Perspective Podcast, we ask, are your friends protecting your heart or low-key ruining your roster of potentials? How much effort is too much when everyone's watching, judging, and advising from the sidelines? If you've ever changed your reply, your outfit, or your whole standards because the group chat had notes, trust me, this one's for you. Let's go.
Oh my goodness. All right, let's hit it. So perfect. All right, here we go. So Adam, in this instance, what this essentially is, today, and ladies, men do it to a degree, but not so much. Now, y'all keep me honest. Men aren't so big on the group chat as women are. Now, you may have some men that are a part of a chat with women in it, and they just talking all kind of noise. But it's not too many guys that's going to say, all right, 10 of us, good morning, bro. Have a great day. And we talking about our life. Men
right. Nah, we ain't doing that. Yeah.
So this is how I would paint that if I was looking at this from a an analogy.
Mm-hmm.
Boy meets girl. Boy decides he wants to elevate interest and move forward, right? With the woman. It becomes when there's a group chat involved in that scenario, it becomes 10-1. 10 women, 1 man.
Got it.
And the reason why I say that is because a lot of times when the relationships first start out and they're moving along, people are dating, women will exercise their group chat abilities. What are y'all doing right now? We are at the steakhouse. We just got here. Look at what, oh my God, should I? And they having a whole conversation at the dinner table.
At the dinner, right.
Because the guy be like, you okay? You gotta handle that call. It's just my friends in the group chat. They won't leave me alone. Wait a minute, let me do this one thing. Snap the food that we eating. All kinds of stuff. So my point is, Adam, it's like, listen.
Oh my God.
I can remember a time, Adam. I can remember vividly dating this person, and the person, I could respect the fact they didn't hide the fact that they was leveraging what was happening with us to the group chat.
Oh wow.
They would say their friends. I mean, she would tell me so and so said where he grew up again. Where is he from? So she can check her notes and check her peoples in this area to see who he is. And I mean, the whole thing. And it got to the point where the person to me acted like her circle. Now,
oh wow.
I'm not saying I'm a saint by far, Adam. But what I am saying is we were just starting to hang out. So it wasn't that much down the line for you to be feeling the way about this, that, or the other. But she would always just kept saying, y'all men, I should listen. I done been there. And it was just discouraging talk. It wasn't a lot of positivity. It was just her basically exuding her relationship experience. That wasn't so positive. So she wanted one, but between how she felt and how her friends would advise her, it just made the thing glum, right? I just said to myself in that instance, I was just like, wow, this is happening a lot. Like, this is a thing where, you have some women that will tell you this is the group chat. And some women won't tell you nothing, but they in that group chat. And they have those sources of people that they are talking to and are getting things from and answers and running scenarios by them and the whole thing. Here's the thing. It's not really until some portions of your marriage still isn't unscathed by the group chat, Adam. Even in marriage, people in your business. Am I lying, ladies? I'm not beating y'all. I'm just being honest. So listen, with men, I'm giving you the male side of it. Men do have their chat, but the way men have their chat is not necessarily about should I date her, or where do you think I should I mean, did she pay? The guys are saying to him, well, did she at the steakhouse, did she offer to pay the check too? She's a user. We're not going to say that. What men will get together to say, Adam, is your wife ain't giving you none. Now, look, that's a problem, bro. If she's not giving you none, men are going to get together and talk about lack. That's what men will talk about. At the barbershop, I've even heard it at the church at choir rehearsal before years ago. I've heard when the people left and a few men was behind, they were complaining about the wife. What she didn't do, she's not doing it. She ain't acting like she didn't have time to cook. They're going to complain about those things. But the women will, in the group chats, women will discuss the progression or lack thereof. How you're being treated, how you're being romanced. Is the bedroom hot? Is it not? Share pictures, share experiences, all those things. Men typically don't do all of those things. Right. Because at some point it becomes a little bit of a boundary, because we're talking to other men and we know other men. You tell too much to another man, you're going to be in something.
Yeah, he ain't gonna talk anymore. He's gonna shut it down. No, you because the brothers ain't gonna do all that. Brothers ain't gonna do that. They're gonna keep it straight. They're gonna keep it even. They're gonna go through a whole lot of detail. Every now and then you might ask for some advice, ask for some wisdom in terms of a decision that you need to make. but it ain't gonna be a whole detailed report. And again, that's the difference between men and women. Women are more detailed, more conversationalist, whereas men are just, direct and to the point. You don't need a whole lot of fluff and color with that. Just give me some straight information. So here's the thing that I'm kind of I'm thinking about in regards to this topic. And I think all of us, to some degree or another, yes, we do have that circle of friends. We do have those people who have a certain amount of influence in our lives, and I don't think there's necessarily anything inherent. There's nothing inherently wrong with that. But there definitely is an issue when you have a crowd of people weighing in on the decisions of your own personal life. I find that to be problematic because often they're making decisions not necessarily for your benefit in terms of the decisions that you need to make, in terms of what direction that you need to go in. And I know, we want to believe that they're offering their advice, their wisdom, their counsel for our benefit. We want to believe that. We want to believe that.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, the reality is they're not.
Yeah.
They're not doing it for your benefit as much as they're doing it for their influence over you to get you to do what they want you to do versus what you should be deciding to do. So the question that I'm asking at this point is, who is deciding the path of your life? Is it that group of friends that you have surrendered your life to, that you've submitted your life to? And I'm using these words.
Yeah.
I'm being funny, but at the same time, I'm being serious. You surrendered your life to the pack. You surrendered your life to the chat. And they're all weighing in on what you should and should not do. So who's really making the decisions in your life?
Wow.
Who's really directing and guiding your life? And I know sometimes, for those of us who are believers, we want to believe that God is guiding our lives. We want to believe that he's ordering our steps. We want to believe that. The reality is, here's the reality though, Charles, that we are subject to the chat. We're subject to the pack in terms of what they believe we should do. And in an instance, because we are subject to the pack and we surrender to the pack, we have literally given away our agency and our individuality to be able to make decisions for ourselves in our own lives because we've surrendered ourselves to that. That's a problem. That's an issue. Because if I'm in a relationship with somebody and the pack and the chat are weighing in on what I should do in my relationship, then the person that I'm in relationship is not really in relationship with me. They're in relationship with the pack.
Yeah.
They're in relationship with the chat.
Right. Wow.
That doesn't make any sense to me. That doesn't make any sense to me. I've never lived my life by the pack or the chat. Number one, I'm an introvert. So I'm not going to be in a crowd no how. I'm going to be off somewhere by myself in the corner. Eating some cereal.
Do you think, so could it be that the capabilities of technology opened this door? And I'm only saying that because once upon a time it was, let's get on the party line.
Right.
Back in the day, you get on the phone and get all the you got three-way, let's call this person, and they have their gossip session, or the guys talk like that. Nowadays, it's
easier nowadays.
Yes.
It's easier because we have access to social media. It puts us directly in contact with all of those people that are within our group. But in days past, it was the barbershop. Like you said, it was the hairdressing salon.
Yeah.
It was, and I know I'm going to make some enemies by saying this, but it was the church that we were a part of. And I know y'all don't really want to talk about this aspect, but I got to bring this out because a lot of people have gotten into relationships, not necessarily based off of their own personal preference, but they got into relationships because of what that community of people thought they should do. They got into the relationship because of what the church folk said.
Influence, yeah, for sure.
The influence of the church folk. And let's be honest, that has an influence on our decisions. And I do believe that not everybody in the church is they shouldn't be bad.
Yeah. Right.
Unfortunately, there
Right.
are some people in there that have their own personal agendas.
Yeah.
And they want you to do what they want you to do. And
That's
so
it.
we end up in relationships with people
In
we should not
marriages.
have been in
Yeah.
marriages that we
Yeah.
should not have been in relationship or marriages
Yeah.
with, all because of what somebody else thought that we should do. Again, that ain't the way. That ain't cool. All that no. You need to
I'm
be
stuck
able to
with it, Sam.
decide for yourselves. You need to be
Okay.
able to decide for yourselves
Yeah.
as to who you're going to be in relationship with. Because again, I'm not in a relationship with the community.
Yeah. That's what it's
I'm
like.
in relationship with you.
Yeah. Well, you gotta look at it like this. We gotta be let's be fair about it and ask the question, like, is it fair for a person to think, whether it's a man or a woman, to think they're dating you, but they're dating your pack? Because even though they're physically interacting with you,
right,
mentally, the pack is funneling influence to and fro you.
Oh yeah.
And so you don't realize it, but a lot of the things that you may think is okay, they become lame because of the influence of the pack. The pack has told you, like, let's just say the pack will tell you if a man's doing something or if a woman is doing something. Oh, you should be getting more than that. Oh, they only doing that. Oh, let me tell you something. You in the wrong relationship. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying all because of this, that, or the other, or somebody's thought. And here's the ugly truth, Adam, and this has been this way for years. The pack will give the strongest advice and influence because a lot of the time the pack is by themselves.
Oh
right?
yeah.
And but here's the ugly
they
truth.
all single.
Yeah, the pack will tell you all the advice, but listen, the pack will give you all of the advice, Adam, and then when the pack get their own wolf, will leave you in the
We'll
past.
leave you. That's right.
That's the deep thing about this group chat. The group chat exists for empowerment, but it's not fair from a singular one-on-one. If I'm getting to know you, why do you need a group of 10 and it's just me? I'm not on here doing a text telling everybody what somebody's doing or didn't do for me.
Right.
Did she give you something last night? She told me she had to go get her son. No, man, we're not doing all that. We don't do all of that. So the point is, if this is happening, you got to look at it like this. We are investing in you, but you are opening your influence to 10 ears, to 10 people. I'm investing in you, but you're getting yours from all over the place.
Right.
And all it takes is one morning you get up and somebody tell you something that sounds right about the person that you're with, and now you're treating them away because of what the pack said.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So you got to think about it like that. Is it really fair?
It's not. It's not fair. And I'm like, I'm not gonna be okay, let me put it like that. And I'll just again use my own personal life or whatever like that. I when it comes to the decisions that I make in my relationship, those decisions are mine. I don't invite anybody else into the mix. I don't. And my wife knows that. I'm not even gonna go that.
Okay.
But she knows that I'm not inviting other people into the relationship.
Yeah.
Whether you have sound judgment or not. You know why? Because this decision does not involve them and it does not impact them. It impacts you and it impacts me. They don't have a stake in this.
Yeah.
They don't get a say in this.
Yeah.
They need to shut their mouths and go sit in the corner somewhere while me and you figure this out.
Yeah.
And I think what has happened here lately is that we have, and then I'm going to use my word again, we have allowed too much accessibility to our relationships to other people.
Yeah.
And again, a lot of those people don't have your best interest at heart. As a matter of fact, they want to manipulate and exploit you for their own ends.
Yeah.
You're like a little puppet, looking like a little marionette. Yeah. And they want to just pull your strings and have you over here and have you over there and have you doing this and have you doing that. all the while they're not affected by what you do, but you are
Yeah.
affected by what's happening, and definitely the person that's with you is affected by what's happening.
Yeah.
I'm not going to allow other people to dictate or steer my relationship because they're not in my relationship. As a matter of fact, I'm not in relationship with them. I'm in relationship with you. Let's sit down and let's talk about what we need to talk about. Let's do this. We don't need all that. We don't need. And here's the thing. Here's the other thing, Charles. And you hit it on the nose when you saying, how when they're telling you to do this, but all the while they doing something else on behind the curtain somewhere. Hypocrites. They're all of them hypocrites. Hypocrites. All y'all hypocrites. Hypocrites. Sitting there telling me to do this and you ain't doing nothing. Wow. Sitting there telling me to do this and you are here doing the absolute opposite of what you told me to do. How dare you? Who do you think you are? Watch this, Charles. You're not God.
Right.
The chat is not God. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. How much influence do we allow them to have in our lives to say what they want to say and have us do all these different things? And again, it has no impact on them. No impact on them.
But look, and let's be honest. So if I was a part of a pack, the pack to me would only be beneficial in the initial phases before my feelings get involved. Wow. I'm going to tell you why. Because once feelings get involved, the influence of the pack shifts from entertaining to painful. Because now I feel a way because what I didn't tell the pack is me and so-and-so been sleeping together. And I'm beginning to get a little more connected than what they think. They think we just doing a bunch of 50 dates. They think we just doing 50 dates and he's flying me and traveling and we eating. But no, me and this man or woman is intimate.
Yeah.
And I'm feeling a way now. So now the business or the access that I disclose has a price tag to it. Because if I tell you too much now, didn't you tell me that man or woman was married? You don't want to hear it back when you got feelings. It's a joke in the beginning because it's an exchange and you getting something from it. But when you start to feel away, you don't want your business in the group no more because you don't want all 10 of them to make you look dumb. Right? See, at first it's fun and it's inclusive. It's like a team sport. Let's all get our dates and find our dates with the help of each other.
Okay.
But when we start to getting in our own little ways, the hypocrisy comes out. Now we lying, we disclosing a little bit, but withholding something, right? And then here's the other part of it. When emotions get too deep into it, Adam, now we telling the group, so are you still with homeboy? Cheater. You done told them all that person is the cheater. But you don't leave them alone. So now the people that you want to go sit down with the cheater or travel with you and the cheater or invite the cheater to your cookout, now you are hesitant because you care, you in love, but you done ran your mouth too much to the pack. So now it's painful. It's no more entertaining. It's painful now, right? So that's why we got to be careful in our disclosing of our personal life.
I mean, it has to be boundaries. You need to have boundaries when you're discussing information. Listen, we're not saying don't seek the counsel of others. That's not what we're saying. What we're saying is when you allow that chat group and that pack to have so much influence over your life that you are unable to make a decision for your own life. In terms of what direction that you're going to go in. Now the decision is not up to you. Now the decision is literally a vote in the pack. Should I do this or should I not do this? Come on, man. Are you going to live your life democratically? Are you crazy? Wow. You voting on everything that you're doing. Man, you better make a decision and get to moving.
So look, I'll play. So I'm going to let me look at it from another angle. Perhaps the chat and the pack exists today because the level of relational turmoil and the dating pool woes have gotten out of control, right? And some people probably look at the group chat as listen, 2 to 3 to 4 heads are better than one. I need help.
Okay.
Now it's still not fair,
Yeah.
but I'm just telling you, I think the logic behind it is we all are guys, we all are single women, we all are single men. Let's keep each other accountable and help navigate the chaos as we try to find somebody. Again, I would respect it a bit more, Adam, if a person came out and said in the beginning, yeah, I like talking to you, you're fun, but I do want you to know I'm ready to put you through the washing machine. Like, what's the washing machine? Irene, Karen, Keisha. I'm like,
Lord.
At least tell me, right? Let me say that.
Right.
Don't be having all of this stuff going on, and you 1 minute I see you smiling, the next minute you in your feelings. Because I'm like, well, what's going on? What's going on is the 10 women in your ear. You hearing it all. You're telling them. So imagine this: when you go into a group, whether it's a guy telling his boys or a girl telling her girls, if you present a scenario of what's happening between you and the person you're with, you're going to get 10 perspectives.
Right.
How do you deal with that? Right. You deal with that. That's crazy. So yeah.
I mean, I don't even want to deal with that, man. That's just right, Nola. That's just drama. That's absolute, utter drama. Yeah. And listen, I'm too old for drama. The kid is too old for the drama. I don't need everybody up in my life like that. I don't want everybody up in my life like that. And again, like I said, I think we need to establish boundaries.
Let's go back to boundaries.
As to how far we allow people to have access to our lives. Again, let me say it like this. And we haven't talked about this aspect of it, but what if? And I'm sure this has happened because I think I may have heard about 2 or 3 situations like this. What if the chat is directing you to break up with the guy that you're with because the chat or somebody in the chat want to get with the guy, and so they give you the advice and the counsel in order to break up with the guy, so that now they can have an opportunity to get with them or whoever that might be. That's again, let me reiterate. Everybody in the chat, in the group, ain't for you. And they're not going to give you the best
sound advice
that you need. They're going to give you the advice that they want you to have, so they can manipulate you the way they want to manipulate you and have you doing whatever. Man, come on. Ain't nobody doing all that.
So let's hit Bruce's point. Bruce says, question: does there is safety in a multitude of counselors applies? Like
to an extent.
Talks about in other words, that's what I'm saying. I think that's why I brought it up, Bruce, when I said I think the pack approach is to try and better navigate the way the world is now when it comes to dating. That's my thought, because people are feeling like, think about it. This is why you got stuff like the T app. You ever heard of the T app?
I don't know what
the T app is just like the other app out there where they talk about, like, in other words, when the men out here on the streets get put through the washing machine publicly, and they say, here is Adam, who knows him, anybody dating him, to the whole audience. To me, that's the guillotine approach. Now, ladies, I'm about to get on y'all really quick. We got 5-6 minutes, Adam. I'm gonna knock this out really quickly.
Not you timing it.
How fair is that to put a man out there, whether he's bad or not, and hang him in front of everybody? Who is this? And some people look at him. Some people will get on there and show the man's car, not necessarily him, his shoes, his chain, his hands, all these things. And man, ladies, would you like it if the men put body parts on you?
See, why you gotta do that? Why you gotta do that?
If this left one hangs like this, click yes. But I'm just saying, so the point is, what would you do if this happened? This would be fair. But the point I'm saying is this. Listen, we have gone too far.
Oh my God.
You like them 5 heartbeats. You can't have my brother. You've gone too far. But anyway, the point I'm saying, we've gone too far with the way we go about. Like, we've turned this thing, which is supposed to be beautiful, into a full-on war. We just have different approaches to it, but we are at war. Forget about Iran. Let's talk about inside of in this circle, the men and women. As much as we both say, "Oh, I want love, I want to get married, I want to stay married," whatever the case is, we are at an unbeknownst war because all of these tactics that are happening and developing, from the group chats to the T-apps to all of these things, they are people that are seemingly tired of defeat. And because they're tired of defeat and deceit, they are banding together and sometimes largely banding in hypocrisy, because the ones posting is still being poked by somebody illegally. So the point is, we doing all this stuff, and for what? At the end of the day, you connect with the person. With the whole scene earlier about the lady with the dating site open. Listen, you don't get to have your cake and eat it too.
Okay.
We like it though. Let's be honest. We like to try to do it. Let's just be honest. We like to try to keep the cake icing and all them things, but truthfully, it's not right because it's wounding to feelings, it's wounding to mentals, it's wounding to emotions and everything. And I think it's so we had to just throw this up against the wall and just look at the splatter at them. The bottom line is we can't get around trust. It's like either you're going to decide to trust or you are not. If you can't afford to trust, then that's the question of the hour, because from all the way from the top of the show where we're talking about the lady with the keeping the online page open while she's committed, to even the group chat, like you said, the safety in numbers, Bruce, all of those things that we do, they're really unfair measures that we pick up in order, like they become our crutch along the way while we're still looking. But it's an unfair crutch because you're wanting this person, whether it's the man or woman, to come at you, be intentional, be consistent, and all these things when you're being assisted. You're not even being vulnerable. You are receiving help. But you want me to walk tall and straight and do what you say and say what you do, but you're sitting back and being assisted by 10 people.
Right.
You're not even playing fair. You know what I mean? So you got to come to the table fair if you want fair in return.
Yeah.
We don't want to do that, but at the end of the day, you can't. There is no getting around that ugly trust. I've tried it, Adam. The trust thing is hard.
Wow.
It's either you have it or you don't. Right. And when you don't have it, you can't makeshift it.
Right.
It will torment your soul trying to makeshift an absence of trust.
Wow.
When it ain't there, it will break you down because you don't believe nothing. You don't want to believe nothing. In your heart, you love the person, but you don't believe nothing. If they tell you they go on to 7-Eleven, which one? Okay, turn on your video camera and keep it on the whole time you're going. It's crazy. That's how far this stuff goes. And so, at the end of the day, man, we just have to decide, are we going to trust who we say we want to be with or not?
Yeah. Instead of putting them through a whole lot of, as my father would say, rigmarole for nothing. You need to be able to make a decision. And I find that a lot of us nowadays are, for whatever reasons, we find ourselves incapable of making sound decisions. And again, it's good to have a group of friends that you can depend upon. They are people who actually have your back and who want to help you. But on some level, as a grown man, as a grown woman, you need to be able to make a decision separate from what everybody else says or thinks. And that's you need to be able to make a decision. And again, I don't mind being transparent when it comes to me and the decisions that I have to make that are, life changing or even just small things. I like to talk to God about it.
Yeah.
I like to talk to God. You know, I know it's man, that's be the most popular thing, but he's never steered me wrong. You know what I'm saying? You
God
know.
said it's the top of the hour. That's what he just
Oh, that's how we doing it now. That's how we doing it
the
now.
Lord
That's
came
how we
down
doing it now. That's
and
how
said it's the
that's
top
the
of the
energy that
hour.
we got right now. This boy play too much. I swear. This boy play too much. He got on my nerves. Let me get up out
Hey
of here.
y'all, we're gonna see y'all on the backside on the unplug in a second. We appreciate y'all for tuning in today.
Oh, now he want to be on time.
Love to y'all. We trying to move in next to I'm trying to shift the narrative. Okay, we appreciate y'all tuning
all that
in.
time before the show started, you ain't said nothing about this. But you know what? I got you. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's go.
Thanks for tuning in to Unique Perspectives Love Talk Podcast.
This boy got jokes, man.
Where today we talked about the perils of the group chat. Who's really running your love life? We will talk to you guys here shortly. Don't hate, man.
Let's go, man. Just go.
The doors of the Love Church are now open. The doors of the Love Church.
All right. I had to keep my word, Adam. I said 32 minutes.
Yeah,
now
you
go ahead on and cut
I got nothing to say. I'm ready to go eat my food.
Oh, now
I'm ready to go.
Now you want to quit?
Now I'm ready to go.
K, you have to pay dues for being late. No, I'm just kidding.
Get him, K. Get him, K. Get him. Get him.
Well,
Get him. You want to play. Get him.
Yeah, but no, man. So I mean, how about this? I think anybody who participates in the chat environment, male or female, try divulging it to your person and telling them that you are doing it. If they don't know, tell them and see how the conversation develops or lack thereof from there. But let people know, at least let them know, because it's sometimes what you could be asking a man or woman, your response is really not your response. It's coming from the pack.
Right.
So it's fair to make sure that everybody is empowered and in the light as to what's happening. Yeah. Not this kind of secret campaign happening where I'm thinking it's just you, but it's really not just you. It's a campaign of people with you. You know what I mean?
I would just be, again, I would be concerned about the fact that you're sharing sensitive information with a group of people that I don't know. And I need you to be careful with that because that information involves me.
Wow.
And your decisions, or rather our decisions, need to be our decisions, not everybody else's decisions in terms of what they think we should do. They're not involved in this. And again, I'll reiterate, they're not impacted by the direction that we're going. We are impacted by the direction that we're going and the decisions that we make. And so I would be very, very, very leery of somebody who's consulting with a whole group of people that I may not be familiar with. I'm just
Wow.
going to be honest with you. That's going to make me feel some kind of way. And I'll be like, okay, you know, I get where you're going. And again, it's okay every now and again to get some counsel from some people, you know. But I, at the end of the day, it needs to be a decision that we have discussed and we decide on, not everybody else. Because I'm not in relationship with everybody else. I'm not in relationship with the chat or the pack. I'm in relationship with you. So
wow.
real talk.
And bring it back around the back, Adam, about the online dating and the garage door open.
Close the garage door. As soon as you pull your car in, close that door, go in there, lock that door, lock your doors, close your door, lock your doors. Yeah. That's all I'm saying. You know, all that leaving your doors open. Are you crazy? Yeah. Nobody wants to do that.
Yeah. I mean, if we're, like you said, if security, last I heard, security is high up on the list, right? Yeah. So there's emotional security, physical security, and all of that. So there's relational security as well. So if you want to know that things are buttoned up and shored up, then provide that with each other by saying, hey, I know we met on such and such dating site, but just to be clear, I'm no longer on there.
Right.
Not saying, oh yeah, I'm there. Listen, this is what gets even deep. Not that I'm just there, but I'm allowing see this as I talk about this part, Adam, this turns the needle even more. It's not enough to just have a site for 3 years.
Okay.
But you being charged for 3 years.
Oh,
while you already got who you claim you found.
Oh, wow. But
you're paying for the mystery of the content like what you say, the contingency.
Contingency.
You're paying for contingency. I have you, but I'm willing to pay for the contingency in case this don't work out.
Just in case.
Anyway, you can't. We talked about that years ago, and we had this show talking about spare change. You can't. Sometimes change will find you out. Now you can keep dollars in your pocket, but when you got change, I can hear you coming. I look at you a little different because I see something different. This ain't you got spare change now. All right. We got to figure that out, man. But it's all
man. Yeah.
All right, y'all. You got all minds clear?
I guess so. I guess we clear. We done wrap this joint up. It's 1:07. I mean, not 1 minute, hour and 7 minutes. You did good. You did good.
All right. I'm trying to stay in next. This is going to be our goal going forward.
Really?
Quick question, y'all. If y'all have questions, submit to the inbox. Let us know and we'll cover that at the beginning of the show before we go into the show.
If you definitely like and share the show too, like and share the show with your family and friends. Might be something that hits them. Might be something that hits them that we said. You know, it might help somebody out. You know,
for sure.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Be safe. You too, sir. You have a blessed weekend.
Well, you guys have a great weekend. Enjoy yourself. Hopefully the weather's nice where you are. You know what I'm saying? Be safe. Enjoy yourselves. Peace.
All right. Peace.
Yeah. Peace.